Start burping.
How's it going? Brett's play some OutRun 2. All right, so this is the remake of the classic arcade game from 1986 that came out around 2006. I have the cabinet.
So this is the remix edition.
The fucking Testarossa is locked. Okay, I'm gonna try and unlock it. Let's go to this. Let's do the challenge. Cool. Mission. How much do I have done here? None. None of it. Nothing. Oh, jeez.
We have some work to do.
All right, we'll just start here and wait. Drift Zone Run Knockout complete. I have done a lot of this because you do it stage by stage. I thought there was one you could like run the stage, but I forget how to do it. Let's just outrun race. No. Let's just go straight back to Outrun Arcade. Let's just do a standard one, and I'll just deal with the fact that we don't have the Testarossa unlocked. And drive the GTO.
There you go.
With manual transmission. We do Outrun mode.
Manual transmission.
Do Magical Sound Shower, because it's clearly the best. I played this in Cedar Point in the arcade, and it's really fun, especially on manual, because it has the gear shift. It's just up and down.
Yeah.
And the girl who was with me, like, I played it, and I was like... After I got done, I was like, "Are you having fun?" And she's like, "Oh my god, play it again." I was like, "What?" She was like, "It's really cool to watch you play." I'm amazed it did not work out with her. But, you know, whatever.
Sad face.
It was a fun trip, though. I mean, like, even though it was very sexually awkward. And drift. It's like Initial D up in his bitch. Because, you know, when I think Ferraris... I think mountain downhill racing. Shit!
Most def.
I hit the guy, and it switched my drift. And then, oh crap.
Drifto.
I'm not used to driving it because I typically drive the Testarossa. But
you know, this game looks really good.
It does. It looks fantastic. I mean, and it's a shame it didn't catch on, but it's just, you know, it's not Need for Speed, and honestly. Right. You know, there's not a whole lot of content. It is System Link compatible, though, which is cool. But I can see why oh, crap. It's definitely a niche thing. Like, you know, nobody knew what Outrun was. And, like, you can only race Ferraris, and there's no customization options. But for what it is, it's a lot of fun, and it does look fantastic. The PlayStation 2 version links up with the Vita version.
What?
Yeah, like it's almost like crossplay. As a matter of fact, it's exactly like crossplay is on like not the Vita version, the regular PSP.
Okay, I was like, wait a second.
Sorry, yeah, I can see why that was confusing. Anyway, like any miles you earn to unlock stuff in one can be used in the other, and there's some cars that you have to have both versions to unlock in the PS2 version.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's either cool or stupid depending on your opinion, but it's kind of neat because I happen to have both. This is awful. But I am finishing in time here. No, not going to Coniferous Forest. I hate the forest tracks in this game. They're impossible.
Why is that?
It's just the turns in them are really hard. Do you remember Redwood Forest in Cruis'n USA?
Yeah.
And it's like how impossibly hard it was?
So it's like that.
Well, no, but it's funny that they're both forest tracks and they're both really hard. But I actually have gotten really good at Cruis'n USA as an adult. Like, even that particular track. Like, I ran Redwood Forest, like, last time I played, and I could not believe how I got through it without running over several redwoods.
Yeah, I really like the concept of racing games, but ever since I was a kid, I just can't seem to do it.
Well, do you like more like arcade games?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. I don't. I'm not one for the Sims.
You should definitely give this a shot. Although The Sims is a great game.
All 600 of them.
I only played the originals. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, this sucks. I am dead. Because you need like 20 seconds to get through this like split road here. I might do it again. But like as a kid, the first games I ever played, like we had a Genesis. And then after Genesis, like when we got a computer, my dad's boss gave us Deer Hunter and Turkey Hunter and bass fishing because he's a redneck. But I got super into those, and like I played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah.
And I did have The Sims, and like, did you play The Sims, like the first Sims when it was out?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the SimSource.com?
I don't remember.
Well, the SimSource was like, I'll drive the Daytona GTS in yellow. The SimSource was like, you could download like skins and stuff.
Yeah.
And put them in the game, which was great. So like I downloaded like wallpaper that looked like stone and windows that looked like arrow slits and like floor that looked like cobblestone, and I downloaded this guy who had a skull for a head and like demon wings and a suit of armor. And it was really funny because I built him this like gigantic castle. Of course I had like the infinite money cheat on.
Oh yeah.
And I just built him like this huge amazing castle. And he was just like this crazy demon man living in this regular suburban neighborhood with like a totally normal human wife. Like I didn't do anything crazy with her, and they had like a baby and everything. But the funny thing was he hated his entire castle. Cause like you remember you could turn free will off?
Yeah.
I never did that. It always made me feel terrible to turn off the free will of my Sims. And so like he would just like look at the arrow slits and look at the cobblestones and cry. He'd just be like, I hate my house. I hate the decor. He hated it so much. You remember when like you would tell him like you click on the TV and you'd be like watch TV, and they'd be like, I'm too depressed to watch TV.
Yeah. This is this big demon guy in the corner of this big ass castle with his wings folded over his face, and he's just crying his eyes out because he has arrow slits for windows.
Just I hate these arrow slits. I wanted the pink curtains. And those sweet polka dot valances that Marie picked out, my adoring wife. Not to mention, like, the only way to get them to have sex and make children in, like, the original Sims, like, after the Hot Date expansion came out, was if you bought that dumb heart-shaped, like, coin-operated bed. So, like, in the middle of this big-ass castle is just this, like, heart-shaped coin-operated bed. It's probably the only thing you liked about it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, indeed. Running off the road is a bitch. Scoring in this game is really weird. Like you have to not touch grass and not hit anything.
Well, those make sense.
They do make sense, but like I never noticed until like I gave it some serious concentration that when you go in the grass, your score just like stops ascending.
Huh.
Stops Jupiter ascending. Did you see that yet?
Not yet. No.
Don't. It sucks.
I don't think I'm going to now. I think I'm going to wait for it to go on video on demand or something.
What's really funny about it is that, like the girl I'm seeing right now wanted to go see it, so we went to go see it, and thank God I got in free because it was just dumb. But like it was all I was vindicated completely at the end because I'm watching the movie and there's just like, oh, there's too much shit going on. You know, who is this guy? You get introduced to this character and then conflict happens, but then you never see them again and you never find out what's going on. And I'm just like, this movie is just a convoluted mess of stuff that just gets left off and you never figure out what happens. And then I'm like, oh, it's directed by the Wachowski brothers. Okay. And I told her when we were done, I was like, you know what movie is good and was directed by the Wachowski brothers? Fucking Speed Racer.
Speed Racer. I've never seen Speed Racer.
Really? It's super good. If you ever,
it just looked so terrible.
It's great, actually. I love that movie.
Huh.
Damn it! Maybe if I was Speed Racer, I could beat OutRun.
Castle Wall.
Anyway, so there's 2 tries for you guys. Watch Speed Racer, and don't go see Jupiter Ascending.